You're watching CNBC's Worldwide Exchange.
Well, where should you be placing your investments? Although natural resources suffered a volatile 2006. Our next guest is bullish on this sector this year. Joining us now with his hot stock tips is Guy van der Walt, Managing Director at Helvetia Wealth in Zurich. Thank you for joining us. My first question is what's changed and why are you bullish on this sector after a volatile 2006?
Yeah, hi there, good morning. Well, if you look at 2006, you said it was very volatile. We saw oil prices, of course, get to some fantastic highs. That was then followed by some base metals, gold, silver. Of course, we saw then the correction take place. I think that was led by the US marketplace there. Now, interesting for us, what would usually happen, it means that would be the end of it, the sell-off. And interestingly enough, what we have now is we're seeing kind of, how would I put it, a synchronized global growth with regards to globalization. It's being led by the BRIC economies, Brazil, Russia, India, China. The demand for natural resources in China, in India, is just huge. You look at a company like Rio Tinto, for example, there. Now, with our in a sense, our position there, we think this super cycle will continue to beyond 2015. And when we see a dip in the marketplace, as we've saw last year, for us that spells opportunity for our clients to get back in or take a position in natural resources, because it's an obvious part or addition to a well-diversified portfolio.
Well, let's talk about some of the places where you think there are opportunities. One of the stocks that you like is Rio Tinto, which you just mentioned. I have to ask, I'm here in the U.S., do you think there's a possibility that it could take over Alcoa? And if so, why would it do that?
Well, it's a difficult one. That, I think it possibly could, but if you look at the fundamentals of the company, I think they had, again, it's driven by, I think, the demand, I said, from China. They're not so much India, because they're not a huge consumer of minerals, but if you look at their net earnings up to 7.4 billion last year, or sorry, 2005. That's over 40% increase, and looking with a PE ratio of 9, it's a very cheap. It's well placed.
Other stocks you like, Guy, it's Ross here, include Talisman Energies, Canada's #3 independent oil exporter. Why this one?
Great stock. Look, it's 14-year track record for growth as a result of a proven strategy and successful business model. Talisman is, I think they're spending again they've just recently announced about 4.6 billion this year. Most of that's going to be spent in North America and the North Sea. Also very interesting, the company is busy liquidating assets. They've bought back already about 3% of their stock, and by March this year, I believe they're going to have bought back up to 6% of their stock, which, it's obviously some confidence in the management team there, buying back and increasing the company's holding.
You also like Yamana Gold. We've seen gold prices getting back up towards sort of 7-month highs, Guy. Are you a fundamental believer in gold, or you just like this company?
I think it's a nice colour. No, I think Yamana Gold, great company. If you look at that again, they're very, very busy. They completed 3 acquisitions last year. It was RNC, Desert Sun, and Viceroy. Now, if you look at their production, first of all, take the price of gold, it's 20% last year. But also their production, they're currently producing about 600,000 ounces per year. Now, I think with their acquisitions and as their productions come online, by the end of this year, they're looking, or beginning 2008, they're looking for about 800,000 ounces per year. By the end of 2008, they're looking to break the bar, so producing in excess of 1 million ounces of gold per year. Also, with price at the moment is trading at about 16.52. Our target for that's 24. I think it's conservative, but it's a good company. I think gold is at a good level now. I think it'll be maintained and of course increase.
Our thanks to Guy van der Walt, who is a director at Helvetia Wealth. Ross?
Still to come, Mary. Will EMI and Warner be making sweet music together? We've got the latest on disclosure today that EMI has received another bid discussion from Warner. Plus, do you think the Beatles and P. Diddy would make a profitable duo? Let us know. Email us worldwide@cnbc.com.